I'll be there for you when the Orphanox attack. I'll be there for you. Now get that thighs belt. I'll be there for you. Stay away from me, Kusaka. Da, 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 da.
There wasn't that much drama in Friends with this show, I swear. And it's all coming from one person.
Ross. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Of course it's Ross. Yeah, but Ross was like, I feel bad for you, Ross. I feel sympathetic towards you. Kaiza, I do not.
It's like we were at a school reunion.
We were, and then
okay. You okay?
Whoa, hang on. I hit the wrong button.
There we go.
There we go. We're at a school reunion and such. It's like, yeah, what happened? I don't know. The guy who was gonna tell us died before he could tell us anything.
Yeah. And if you're wondering what we're talking about, welcome to the Rider Time Archive here on the Morphin Network. I'm Mike, that's Steve, and we're here to discuss Kamen Rider. Stand by. Complete. Episodes. Wait, wrong episodes. There we go. 14 through 19. And yes, it feels like we're still doing... the numbers 9 and 1 and 3 are very reoccurring in our sense of existential dread. So,
Jesus Christ, man. I swear, there's, it takes a lot to write a character that, some characters are lovable, some of them are endearing, some of them are, you don't want anything bad to happen to them.
Yeah.
And then there are those that I'm like, I just wish the most worst possible outcome for you. And not because, what you did. No, fuck what you did. It's who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, Kaiza definitely is that in these episodes. I'm not gonna kid. I am just like, I want to rip my hair out just how annoying and how smug and how I want to say that a comparison. You know how secondary riders are typically like, the polar opposite of the main one, but they're still somewhat the same.
Okay.
You look at Seto and you look at Bonjo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, one's brain, the other's muscle.
Yeah, you look at Haruto and you look at
Go.
Was it Go?
From Wizard?
Yes.
Yeah. One likes sweets, the other likes umami.
Yeah. But again, it's like I know that when they start off, they're like kind of clashing a bit, but then they realize like, hey, we're both on the same side. We're doing what we're trying to do. It's even like going with like Kiva and Iksa. Even though take your pick of whomever.
One's is cute and shy, while the other one is brash and confident and stoic.
But the thing is with Kaiza is that he is just an ass, just through. I get it. Takumi Boy is not anything to write about either. He's always like, he's being emo before emo was a thing.
He's a precursor to emo.
Yeah, he's a precursor to emo. But it's like, okay, he's not. I mean, he's pushing people away because he doesn't want them to hurt them. While it's like, I feel that Kaiza would literally be like, "You're my friend forever," and just like, but I want to get rid of you, or I'm like, it's very tsundere, where it's like.
I got one. There was an episode of Billy and Mandy where there's like a skull that grants 9 wishes.
Yeah.
And put in wishes for a bunny to love forever.
Yeah.
The bunny's like trying to kill. It's like, don't you know, Puddin'? Love hurts.
Yeah. it's the and especially with like I get it, but at the same time it's like, yeah, okay, that's just how he is, but you're trying to like you're just psychopathic. You're really like, like keep your hands off a senpai, but there is no senpai.
Mhm.
There's only Mari, and
Yeah.
Mari is kind of just like, you know, there. Like she's not even aware of what. Neither is Keitaro. No one is aware. But it's just like. But then again, I'm like, yeah, communication is very bullshit in this. In these episodes.
Mhm.
Really, because I'm like, if you guys just got around the couch with some coffee and sat down and talked about what was that about? What was this about? Why aren't you doing this? I swear to God, you could have averted this.
You know,
I'm like, I'm
Marcus
like you.
Satsu, shout out to Marcus Satsu. Like he made a very valid criticism of this season where 90% of the problems that happen in this season could have been avoided if people just talk things out.
No joke. I'm like, what? I'm like, they're asking, like, dude, there's something on your mind. What's up? It's like, shut up. I don't want. It's like Napoleon. Like, God, shut up. God, just like, say something, stupid. Say something, because I know what, like, I know, they know.
Your
These
boyfriend tried to kill me.
those people know. We all know, and it's just like it's so painful. I'm like, if you just say the thing that you need to say, I promise you, we can avert all this bullshit. Even in fact,
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can make a counter argument, like for this one specific instance. Let's say Takumi tells the truth about Kusaka. Who's she going to believe? The scoundrel or the elementary school crush? I hope it's scoundrel, but
you know what? Honestly, I'm like, we're gonna get to it once we get into this review about that. But I'm like, yeah, that was totally out of random. That was totally out of random. There was a lot of things in these episodes that I was just like, you know what? That would be mostly filed under a restraining. I'm so glad Twitter didn't exist back then, because holy shit. But I mean, my God, man, just what is this? And I'm not one to judge, nor am I just kind of look sideways and be like, no, definitely not this, okay? But I'm just like, where did this come from? When did that happen? Like, wait, what? When did this become a thing? When they're like, oh, it just is. It just is. All it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Mari, I hope everything that's happening to you goes better than what happened to Mio. I know. I've had many people like, can we get like, you guys just
like
keep
what's
ragging.
interesting is
You keep ragging on Mio and keep. I'm like,
rightfully
again,
so.
it's the same actress, people. If you don't know, it's
like,
the same actress,
recently
just with a different haircut.
Recently on social media, someone went off, like, posted a question of like, who is a character that you obscenely hate? And they gave like Eva's Eva's dad from Invincible as an example, and some other character I can't remember, but for me, I'm like, who I think is a character that I really can't stand? Mio, because she's the reason why Shia LaBeouf might be right.
And there was I don't know why, but there was so much. I've been just like looking into a lot of Hunter x Hunter stuff recently, and I was hearing about, like, the quotes and the what certain characters say about certain situations. And I think I did see that one about what Shia LaBeouf was doing and what he was saying, and I'm like, that makes so much fucking sense. It's not
Yeah.
even funny.
He's
It's not.
literally Bishop. He's literally Bishop.
It's literally just like in the most like very straightforward way, just like destroying someone but being calm about it. Like, god damn, if words have power. Like, here it is. There it is, people. And I'm like, you know what? I think we might have needed that. Although you can say it, but are the dumbasses gonna take note of it? That is the question. You can say it and you can make it loud and proud, but as I say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we're gonna dive into it. But first off, can we say how is everyone today? How y'all doing?
Yeah, like we hope you guys are doing good.
This heat wave.
People at AX.
Oh yeah.
Clement, you are a soldier. You are a soldier. You went off to AX.
3 people that went. I think one person said that, like, you know, the line situation was just god awful. Like, as always.
I'm more interested about what the crowd situation was.
Did you see what they said about like going to panels and stuff? That like it's crazy that AX is possibly the only convention that's that large that they do not empty the rooms. Like, they just let people stay.
Do they at least do they at least do crowd control at San Diego Comic-Con?
I believe so. I believe they have gotten to that point. They're like, okay, everyone, you know, I know, I understand, but please, you know, you were here before, and now we got to make room for the other people because they want to make it fair for people.
Yeah.
But
like,
people totally agree. But apparently, I don't know why. Somewhere down the line, some people get really offended at Anime Expo if you kick them out or tell them, okay, the panel's over, you got to go. It's like saying I'm going to go into a movie theater and watch the same movie 3 times, but I only paid for 1 ticket for 1 show. I know that, okay, first come, first serve, but still.
But you were already served.
Yeah, you were already served, sir.
Go back to go to the back of the line.
Yeah, you know, or something. I'd be like, well, no, it's crap. And also, I heard a lot of people were complaining because AX seemed more like a trade show than anything.
Yeah, well, it is an expo.
I say this. I'm like, it's always been that way.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, oh, all these big industries are there and blah blah blah. And I'm like, is that not why we go? Is that not why we want to know what's coming up? We want to what's to get us excited.
Yeah.
What's the latest game? What's the latest anime or manga that we should be looking forward to?
You know what's really interesting is that we actually had this conversation on our other podcast, the Scrub Club Gaming Podcast, which, by the way, Leo, when's the next episode? Come on, man. When's the next episode? Anyways, so like we actually had this discussion where E3 completely lost the plot, where it's like it's no longer an exposition, but now a convention. There's a difference between an exposition and a convention. Like they seem like similar things, but they're not. Because like one is about industries just showing like their current and upcoming content, like state of affairs, etc. And like attendees are usually also people in the industry, maybe marketing, where they could network and spread the word about upcoming projects. But like a convention's just random attendees just going nuts on whatever is available there. And the thing is, E3, what do the 3 E's stand for? Electronic Entertainment Expo. Back in the day, the only way you could have any knowledge of what happens at E3 is if either a gaming journalist who has a press badge to go to the expo writes an article about it the following week, or as of 2006, 7, or 8, G4 would do coverage of it from inside, live coverage. Yeah, back then,
then before Nintendo Directs and all that stuff. Because again, I say that was also the nail in the coffin for E3 was, why the heck are we going to spend all this money to get a booth and do this and pay them when we could just do it online.
Just make a live podcast.
To our fans and tell them, hey, guess what? We're re-releasing like Donkey Kong, the
Tropic
Wii version,
Freeze,
Tropic Freeze. We're releasing that. Did you hear about Super Alloy Rangers that's coming up? Did you hear about the new like this game? It's like, okay.
Did you hear about Metroid Prime 4?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So pretty much, it's like, yeah. And I remember, like, I was like, people can go into E3. Isn't that a trade show? Isn't that like?
Yeah.
Like,
it was originally an exposition. Like what?
Yeah. I was like, I would totally go, but I'm like, I feel like I would be like going into like a car show. Like I'm there. Like we're just there to walk around and not. You can't purchase or buy anything. You're just there to look. I mean, you could pre-orders and stuff like that, but I mean, I mean, like that's even so. I was also like, well, guys, it's a convention. Of course, they have con exclusive merch, but there's only so much of it out there.
Yeah,
you know?
But E3 eventually became a convention instead of an exposition.
Yeah,
so they should have changed it to EEC. Anime Expo, I imagine, used to be the same because Anime Exposition.
I would imagine, but you know, it's kind of like I said, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. No one has the right anymore to make fun of anyone who watches anime, reads manga, plays video games, or
we got a track runner with a blue eyes white dragon in his jersey.
Yeah, you saw that, right? They're like, you know, pulling out the blue eyes. You know, like the Olympics.
He's got the two legs of Exodia, like in his shoes. It's like,
and the
Olympics run.
The Olympics that, you know, like all of the people, like, well, besides the Japanese, they were doing like One Piece poses or anime poses, or like when they finish, it's like, yeah, so there you go, man. Like, you know, not to mention, like, apparently the numbers have doubled, tripled every single year. So I'm like, wow, there's a whole mess of like nerdy, uncool kids at the Staples Center or the Crypto Center now. That is like, you know, wow. God damn, there's a lot of uncool kids here.
Yeah.
Because no one's a cool kid. I'm sorry. I stick to that comment. I know, to you, yes. But like if anime, manga, tokusatsu, and all that stuff is considered dorky and nerdy by the regular people, then this is the largest gathering of like just
And they overbook too. They overbook every year.
I heard in hotels right now they're making bank, but are they? Yeah, and the traffic right now to get back is
you know, like last week I was like shopping at Target, and naturally like the escalators were busted and I had sciatica at the time, so I needed to take the elevator, and like while I was trapped in the elevator, there were these two teenage girls, and I couldn't overhear them talking about going to AX the following week, and I'm like, just don't trust me. Don't.
I just say let them learn. Let them learn. You'll learn. How come you don't go, Steven? That's because I'm just sitting here on my rocking chair with a cigarette, looking out there, 1,000-yard stare, and just being like, so many lines. So many lines. But we survived.
So few sticks of deodorant.
The horror of these lines. Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah. All right, enough of this crap.
Speaking of Seven being a crowd, so yeah, we just survived our second clash with Crocodile, Mr. J, and
Jesus Christ, man! I'm like, I would have made you into boots and a belt by this point. Nope, I gotta make a hat.
3 lives,
Yeesh.
and Mr. Chaco is like always there to like to see him off. Yeah,
Mhm.
so like everyone's like, oh no, teacher said he there was something going on about us from the reunion, but he conveniently couldn't finish saying it.
Of
So
course.
so Kusaka, like you take the Kaiser belt, you help Mari fight the Orphanox while what few of us are left, we're just gonna
But
investigate.
it's like, why is he able to use the Kaiser belt? I mean, other people could, but then they would die using it. But apparently, he's fine using it, which is like, why?
It's kind of interesting because even like Takumi, you know, like it's like, why is it that other humans can't even turn on the belt, but he can?
Yeah, no, well, again, if you know the show, I actually doing research on this show, I kind of spoiled that for me, but I'm like,
so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Like the secret behind Takumi. What's funny is that it was never supposed to be told to the actor. You know, kind of like how like no one knows that Darth Vader is Luke's father, and no one knows that Snape was actually a triple agent. But what's it called? But like the actor playing Takumi, it's like even though he wasn't supposed to find out about his character's big secret until they start filming the actual movie, he figured it out during the first episode.
well, I mean, like, what was it, episode 3 or 4? We saw someone put it on, access it, and use it. At that point, it's like Mari couldn't, Keitaro couldn't, anyone else couldn't, but it's like, oh, then that means,
What's funny is
no,
that in
no
The Good
spoilers.
Place, I figured out the big plot twist in the 3rd episode because like things are like not adding up in the first 3 episodes. But then my sister when I rewatched the first season with my sister, and it's her first time watching it, she figured out that plot twist on the first episode. And the reasoning behind her figuring it out was so obscenely stupid that I felt like recreating this one line from season 2 where it's like, Jason figured it out! Jason figured it out! Jason! Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna have stomach cramps. It's like, but it's like, I'm like, this is your reasoning? This is your reasoning? Oh man, I'm gonna get a heartache.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But okay, yeah. Moving on.
But moving on, it's like Kusaka moves in with them to Takumi's chagrin. And
I don't know why.
apparently, like Kusaka can do anything. He can properly iron clothing, cut hair, make the world silky smooth. And
he is a tool, like total 100% tool. Like, you know, look at me. Look what I did good, right? Oh my god, shut the
he's basically Major Man from Powerpuff Girls.
He's a pick-me.
Exactly.
He's a pick-me because again, you're gonna see here, folks, about what we mean, and we're not holding back. I'm not holding back on my comments about Kusaka. But it's like, yeah, it's just like, look at me, I'm like, you ever just, I don't know, not to speak ill about children, but have you ever just been out and about and you just see a child just making a scene about, like, you know, doing the mom, dad, like constantly just to, like, you know, like, and it's the most mundane thing they're trying to get their attention for, not anything important, but it's just like, oh, I'm like, this, like, in your mind, you're like, this better be good. What the heck are you making a scene for? And it's just like, look what I can do. It was like,
and it's like a basic mundane.
It's the like, really? That's what? Like, oh my god! Can we
look? If it was like a thing, like okay, like if he tied his shoelaces for the first time, okay, I get that. I can respect that.
Yeah,
if he's like if he's riding a bike for the first time, I totally respect that.
This is not a child, though. This is a fully adult man. Like, oh my god! I just was like, what are you, 5? Just like there, and you know, I mean, he's just like, you know, Mari's kind of happy that he's there because it's like, oh, now we have another
Rose-tinted
Kamen Rider.
glasses.
Yeah, we got another Kamen Rider. We got Mari. Is this not the guy that you said was a weakling little shit that got picked on, like when he was a kid?
I grew up.
I mean, yeah, you grew up, but you didn't glow up, man.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong,
He thinks he glowed up.
He thinks he did.
Like, he's basically Ryan Reynolds from that one movie where he used to be fat. I forgot the name of that movie. You know, where like Ryan Reynolds in that fat suit.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that like he doesn't have the charm of Ryan Reynolds. He doesn't even. I'm like, I was bullied when I was a kid, but I grew from that. And I, obviously, we all just kind of like, yeah, no, I mean, those guys were a bunch of shitheads, but at least I was faithful to myself. Kasaka here is just. There's no substance. It's all BS. There's no substance. He's just doing it because like I'm the best. I'm the best there is. I'm like, shut up. What are you the best at? What? Oh my god, you ironed a shirt. What do you want me to give you a star?
Basically, he's a South Park version of Mark Zuckerberg, where he's like, my special technique is gonna block you.
But
I'm the best.
Yeah, we had this whole so moving on from Kasaka, moving on from him.
Yeah, so
there's more to say later.
So Kiba realizes he's on a hit list, and he's like, damn, I'm gonna be put into danger. Yuka, Kaido, I want to live as a human. That's a me thing. I don't want to drag the two of you into anything. You guys need to do you. Just let me know what you is or are in this case. And one thing I find really interesting is how by this point, Yuka, she's the most innocent of the three characters. And yet she has the biggest kill count.
She has the big. So it's kind of like. How was it? It kind of reminds me of the Witchblade. Yeah. If everyone remember, when she first got it, and it's like when she was in danger or whatever, it would just automatically react. That's what the Orphanok is. Kind of think of it also maybe like Venom to Eddie Brock when he first got it.
Yeah.
It's like horrible things would happen. He would get mugged, and then it would just kick in and just start annihilating everything, and the thing is they don't mean to, because that's the thing. Yuka is indeed very innocent, a very sweet girl.
She committed 17 counts of third-degree murder. That's a crazy thing.
She's up to almost. She's in the mid-20s of her kill count, I think.
Yeah, literally, first time she becomes an Orphanok, she her kill count is 13.
13, and then 13, just adding the guys that she was at the stadium.
There was another 3 episodes,
and then the people in this one. But the thing is that. You don't hate Yuka for it. Yuka, again, innocent. She's literally the girl next door.
Yeah,
in this whole
personality-wise, yes.
Her and Mari are literally the girls next door, because you don't want anything bad to happen to them, but it's going to. But it's one is she's merely a victim of circumstance, while the other one is You're the one causing the circumstance. You're not the victim. You are the circumstance. So it's again, I feel so. It's so confined. I'm like, you know what? I know, but Jesus. But also the fact, where the heck did all this come out that she said that she liked? Kaido went on a rampage again.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I'm like, God, what? Who are you, dude? Really? What are you?
Considering how many times he runs off, it's hard.
Just let him go. Let him go, for fuck's sake.
And somehow his kill count is still lower than Kiba's, and that's saying something. Kiba only killed 2 or 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but
humans.
Does that come back and bite him in the ass? But
yeah, so Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kitakami is like, okay, guys, listen up. Mr. J is down to his last life, and by the way, you better not f this up again, because what do you think is going to happen to Mr. Chaco? Do you think this is going to be like John Wick? Your dog is going to avenge you? No, like you better wick your own John, or like whatever. Now, so here's the game plan. Get at least one of those two belts back. Just one. Please,
one.
I'm begging you. Just one of those belts. Meanwhile, Takuya, what the glasses dude, I keep forgetting his name.
Yeah.
Like you kill those you kill like the traitor Orphanox, because clearly they're not gonna kill themselves. So now we get our second member, our second transformed member of the Lucky Clover Club, who's a centipede, by the way, and
Yes.
We are hinted about our fourth member. We do get a name drop, we find out that everything he touches turns to sand, as we see a disintegrated martini glass on the table. It's like a disintegrated martini glass. Kitazaki was here, wasn't he? Yep. God damn it. How does he even function? Like that will and actually that's a good question. Like how do his own, like we don't see the character yet, but like how does his own shirt not disintegrate if he touches it by accident? We'll go into it more once we see him.
I guess he's Scotch guards it. I don't know.
But yeah, like I don't know if you've I don't know how familiar you are with the story of King Midas and his golden temple.
Yeah,
but unless you're a big what's his name, Brandon Fraser fan, do you know how King Midas died?
Well, he was starving himself to death because everything he tried to eat or drink would turn into gold. Pretty much, it's like, yeah, you ask the gods to give you the golden touch, and what do you have to do for food and drink for you to take it to your mouth? You must touch.
I'm so glad.
That means anything, like your lips, your cheek, your face. That's a touch. Not just in your hands. Any part of him would.
I'm glad you know this one, because most people forget that he died of starvation.
Yeah, seriously, he tried. He tried to I think there was he tried to shower, but apparently, or he tried to take a bath, but it was the minute that he stepped in the water, it just turned into gold. It was just like, well, there you go.
Yeah, he tried to eat a grape, it turned to gold. He tried to drink water, the goblet and the water in the goblet turned to gold.
Yeah,
and his own daughter turned to gold. And so it's like, and also shout outs to Donald Sutherland, may you rest in peace. He was in a show called Trust, which was about J. Paul Getty, and it made that really nice point of the Midas touch. So, yeah. But back to the plot. So Takumi fights Mr. J, while the traitorous trio try to fight Centipede Orphanoch, and in both
this
cases,
guy is hella powerful. Like
he's blocking off transformed Kiba with his book of poems. I'm like, what is this?
He conjured a spell. He literally did a type of, I don't want, not necromancy, but it's more like well, you use the book, so it's like you're using runes and spell books to summon miniature death balls to attack them. And it gets pretty bad. Because again, it's like, okay, yeah, you knock Kiba out. And then the fight with Mr. J and Fives is happening, and then he gets knocked out.
Yeah,
both at the same time. These two idiots got knocked out. I'm like,
into the same river, no less.
But the currents. I'm like, wait, are there two opposing currents in this river? Because they all just kind of because
it's like they're trading off Pokemon if the Pokemon were.
I'm like, and also I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Again, this is definitely 2000s camera work because I'm like, man, they really like just the angles and shots in these episodes were like, yeah, they had to like get the cameras rightly positioned or maybe go under the water as the person swims by like knocked out or unconscious. It's just like,
so the episode continues off in episode 15 with before we get into it, it kind of starts off with the end of the fight with the Centipede Orphanoch, where he just like bee slaps the snake Orphanoch, and right before Yuka's about to fight him, like he's like, "I'm not here for you. I'm here for the other two. Like you're not on the blacklist.
You're fine, Yuka. You
like,
are
like
not.
You have
not
a surprisingly high kill count. Like
you. It's like he would have like put his hand on her shoulder and be like, "No, child. No. Go.
You're good.
You can sit down. You can sit down. Don't worry about this. This is this has nothing to do with you. I don't want to hurt you. You're doing.
It's like that scene from Dogma when Loki and Bartleby go after the executives at Movie World. Yeah. It's like, and like they kill all but one of the executives. It's like no, we're not gonna hurt you. Like it's you have a pure soul.
We came for the other guys are assholes.
Yeah. And then he turns out, but you didn't say bless you when I sneezed earlier. No, we're done.
It's very much like like the devil came and just wrecked shit and just leaving one person to survive. It's just like
when they come and they ask you what happened, you just tell them that the North remembers and winter came for House. God damn it, I forgot his name.
Tyrion?
No. God damn it. David Bradley's character. From the twins, the bridge.
I don't remember.
Not Tarly, not Tyrell. It's gonna bother me now. Oh, Frey. Yes. You'll tell them that winter came for House Frey. And then she just like walks off across the meat hall with like all those dead Freys everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone got that. Yeah, they switched because they like Keitaro was yelling for Takumi. I'm like, God damn, this boy is he's just hammering in that he just saw his friend get his ass.
What's funny is that like Mr. J, like he just like bee slaps Takumi and like the belt just falls out of his
But waist. Also Kaiza was there. And he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's the bullshit. It's like, wait a minute. I know. I get it. I know. Takumi can be a tool sometimes. But you just sat there just like,
I'm going to do this on my own. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he just puts some Purell on his hands.
Yeah. He's just like, you didn't do anything. And they try to save him. And it's like, no, it's Kiba you guys got, not Takumi. And then, Kaido and Yuka find Takumi and they're like, man, these guys got their asses kicked. Oh my God. Cue the intro music.
Yep. So they basically get rescued by the opposite party where Takumi gets rescued by Yuka and Kaido while Kiba's rescued by Keitaro and Kusaka. Also, why is that Mr. J like just bee slaps like Takumi to the point that he drops the belt, but he doesn't just go after the belt?
He didn't take it.
The Keitaro was basically able to like retrieve the belt without any contest.
That was funny. That was hilarious. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't it your mission to get the belt, but you didn't? It's like, so you knocked him out. He fell into the river, right? But apparently the belt was like ejected from him and just like lands somewhere else. Because there's a scene where they show where the belt landed, and it's like, okay, I know this belt has a very flimsy like locking mechanism because it just kind of just ejects itself off of whomever once they get their ass kicked. But I'm like, did we really need to see where the belt landed? Because again, Mr. J just kind of left. He's like, Don't you mess with my teacup dog. Just whatever. Like, it wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered if we know, like, they didn't even bother to get it. It's like, no. Weird. Very weird. Very strange.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kaido doesn't want to like rescue Takumi because he remembers him as the other Faiz. He knows. He knows.
Yeah, he knows.
But Yuka like feels really guilty. He's like, why do I have the biggest kill count out of the three of us? I need to do something nice. So she rescues Takumi, like nurses him.
In the most bullshit area that I could possibly imagine. Like Kiba gets taken back to the laundromat and they like take care of him. They're being nice to him. Fucking Yuka takes Takumi boy to the most like the most BDSM looking, like Final Boss Silent Hill looking warehouse, laying him on some random mattress that she found. And I'm like, why is he not wearing a shirt? What happened to his shirt, Yuka? And it's just like, and she's like trying to help him, but next thing you know, this
biker gang
group of, not even a biker gang, it's more just a bunch of fucking hoods come in like in their bikes and just like whatever, and they just start like, doing circles like fucking idiots. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is not good for you guys. I love it, but I'm like
we all know what happened in Mad Max 2 when like the dude tried to catch that boomerang.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much like you guys are literally disturbing, like you're disturbing the beast's slumber, and you don't even give a damn. You're doing it anyway, and it's like. Yeah, Yuka
turns into an orphanoch, and that one female biker is like, oh my god, it's a monster, and you can see like a tear come out of her orphanoch eye. Yeah, and then she just like instantly like murks all of that. It's like that scene from Venom where like Rai just like kills like all the scientists in like one fell swoop.
Apparently, her transformation caused their bikes to frag. Yeah. So it was just like, that's why they got mad. And they're like, you fucking, instead of running, they decide to charge the thing. And I'm like, bro, you guys are dumbasses, really. Like, who the fuck charges the random alien looking creature instead of running away? Like, she just nuked your bikes. What would you think she's gonna do? And yeah, she literally just expands her crane wings and just does an omni slash to all of them, and an instant powder.
Yeah,
instant powder.
It just so happens Takumi wakes up at just the right moment
and sees who it is, and he realizes who it is. At that point,
Osada.
I'm like.
It's that one chick that
Keitaro is obsessed.
He doesn't know it's Yuka, but he knows it's Osada.
It knows Osada, and he knows that Keitaro is obsessed with her.
Yeah,
because that's again another point will be made. But it's like, okay, I just want to ask this question because later on in these episodes, why when he was remembering, like when she said, "I want to live as a human," why was she like, why was she topless? Like when he kept remembering her, like when the flashing of going back and forth between the orphanoch and her saying that she wants to live her life as a human, that she wants to be just like, but they're like, she is literally in a white background, just this, and she's like totally shoulders on it, just topless.
It's an aesthetic they always do.
It's an aesthetic, but I was just like, again, no, it's Japan. So I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah,
Did you guys get down? No, that would never have happened. But
maybe she wore pasties.
But I'm like, no, I don't know, because I was just like, again, it goes in that whole thing, but it's like it's to me, it's not a sexual thing, nor is it a love thing. It's just what she said resonates with him, because again, Attack in this one, he doesn't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, and this is going to affect him down the line for the next 3 episodes.
Yeah, which I say, okay, here's my question though. You don't want to fight anymore, but is it that you don't want to fight the Orphanok or you don't want to fight Yuka? I understand why you wouldn't want to fight Yuka because of what she said and how she is. I understand that. But everything else, everyone else that will appear in these episodes, I'm like, these guys are going around killing people. What is your deal? They're not Yuka.
Yeah, see, like
that made no sense to me.
If not for that small detail, like I would have been able to play devil's advocate and say maybe he doesn't know the intentions of every individual Orphanok. He can't assume that they're all malicious. But
yeah, they're all
these ones in particular, though.
They're all attacking random people but Yuka is like, no, she did it to protect herself. She doesn't. I mean, she says she's afraid of humans, but she wants to live among them and be with them. I just, and I get it. It's kind of like a form of anxiety.
Yeah,
like she's just very anxious and like, yeah, get nervous, get angry. Yeah, I totally get it, darling. I do. But what, Takumi? What? Did logic just go out of your brain? Why are you?
Yes.
Why? I mean, Yuka, of course, Yuka. Because let's keep going.
Okay. So let me explain it to you. Okay, Keitaro likes Osada, not knowing that she's also Yuka. Yuka likes Kaido, but Kaido likes Mari, while Mari likes Takumi. And Takumi likes Kiba in a low-key kind of way. But unfortunately, you also have Kusaka, who also likes Mari, so he wants to ruin everything for both Takumi.
Nowhere. I object, good sir. Where did you? I mean, yeah, you're right. Kaido showed up at the laundromat breathing and just doing like little hearts.
He's like Gene Simmons from Heavens on Fire. It's like
he's like just panting and it's like, and then he comes in. He's like,
"Do you love me? No. Do you like me? No.
No.
Just a little bit. No.
No. Just like, even no. Like just no. Even remote. No.
And then Kusaka Camila shows up. Kusaka, my white knight, how you doing?
Yep. And it's just like, this is my girlfriend, and of course his reaction is just like, it's so cartoonish, but I get it. But it's just like,
you guys
totally it was like, wait, what? And Mari just goes with this. He's like, yes, he is my man, and I'm like, when, how? And I'm sorry, but you could do a whole lot better.
Unfortunately, I've been on the victim end of this, by which I mean someone referred to me as her man to make someone else either go away or be jealous.
In this case, jealous. But in my case, it's usually that. But then it's like, some time goes by, and then they're like, so silence, turn around, walk away. But I thought you liked me. I did. Like X amount of time ago. Not anymore. No. Go be with your creepy stalker friend.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell. Be with that guy. But
no, 2012 me was such a sweet summer child. I'm like,
as we all.
When that girl says that you're her man, she doesn't actually mean you're her man. She's just trying to make someone else jealous. But do get those secret coordinates from her, so that you could meet Neil Sean at a secret concert. Play the game.
I had someone try to make me do that recently, and I said no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
It's like I can be your overprotective cousin, but I cannot be your boyfriend. I'm not
playing these games. I'm not playing these games. Fuck that.
No.
Absolutely not. But yes, so continue on. Kaido just looks destroyed. He's like, good for you.
He doesn't have time to feel sorry for himself because Centipede shows back up and of course Yuka, trying to be the sweet summer child that she is.
Bless you, baby.
Tries to help him out, but then Misato shows up and fights her instead of, I don't know, the centipede dude.
Yeah.
Only for Takumi to show up.
Yeah.
Takumi, you're here.
But again, this is where I say, okay, I get what you're doing, and I understand. But the fact that you literally like nonchalantly pull your bike sword out and then just go after Kaiser. You just literally just start going at him. Like not, and this is where again I say like the communication barrier was like, no, leave her. It's like, well, she's an orphanage. Leave her, damn it. Like she was the one that was getting
good ones. Ooh,
she was getting attacked. She's a victim, like, you know, but it's like, no, it goes into this whole like literal like WWF like level of slobber knocker where it's just like,
just throw the chair onto the ground.
You're throwing the chair. You got the bat. You're using tables. Apparently, he summons his robot bike, but apparently, Kaiser's got a Transformer T-Rex bike that shoots missiles and lasers.
Sidebasher has a sidecar that turns into legs.
Yeah, it's literally like, wait, how come I don't have that? Why the fuck do I have a robot, but I don't have a Tyrannosaurus
sword? And just to add insult to injury, this is way cooler than the Eekser thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because this is like what the Eeksa was just a crane. It was just a shovel crane. That's all it was. It was nothing. Like, why? Why did we have that? I don't even know. It's like, oh, you have to go.
Why can't Nago get a side basher of his own? It's like,
why couldn't he get something like that, or maybe like upgrade the armor and make him like more of a paladin?
We got two Fies actors in Kiva. You think like, I don't know, Awazora could like get in touch with Smart Brain, or something.
I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck Smart Brain is at this point. I'm still asking questions. What is Smart Brain?
But
well,
don't you know? Life is frail. Don't go to jail.
Yeah. And so we leave on the cliffhanger of this episode where Kaiser shoots a bunch of Scud missiles at Takumi, and it's just like, oh fuck. And it's like, yeah, next episode.
Yeah, next episode, Takumi wakes up because he got his butt kicked again.
Oh, then how?
And incidentally, like, no one brings up that. Like freaking, it was Kaiser who did it, and he's like playing victim too. It's like I don't know why Takumi is like being so mean to me. Like
I was so mad at him. Yeah. That smile on his face.
Like he pulls a seducer from that one early episode of Powerpuff Girls where like she tries to date Professor Utonium. It's like she makes the Powerpuff Girls clean the house without their powers while monsters attacking the city. It's like, I don't know why the Powerpuff Girls are so mean to me. I'm just trying to be a good lady.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, this guy's a massive creep. Mari, again, you could do so much better. I don't know why you said
Kaido would be better, and not by much.
Not by much. It's like that late again. I can relate. I have those lady friends that, hey, this is my best guy friend Steve. I just want like blah blah. Like, this is my boyfriend, and I just like, oh fuck. Like, you don't like him? No. Why? Because I know he's an ass. I can just tell. I have the vibes, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I could tell. I could totally tell. And it's just like, well, I could tell you. I told you. I'm not trying to get with you.
I'm telling you, the boyfriend and the guy friend is being a creep. I'm like, your guy's been kind of a creep, and they're like, "Oh no, you're just jelly." I'm like, "I'm not jelly. I'm peanut butter." And I know, and I'm not too nutty to know that this dude is not your bread and butter.
He's waiting. He's slowly, silently waiting. But Kaiser is just, oh my fucking god. And again, this is the point where it's just like, you could have said, look, you don't say names, but it's like, I know something about the Crane Orphanage. And I can't tell you guys.
All he says is, hey, Keitaro, you know that girl Asada? You should not date her. Go for that. Go for Yuka instead. Like, you were all loving Dutton for
not the best options there, but okay. But I'm like, no, but he has Mari and Keitaro there as he's laying in the bed, and it's like, you could say something here, stupid. You could say something, but you choose to sulk in the bed and still like remembering of a topless, well, shoulder topless Mari, Yuka saying, "I want to live as a human." Like, that clip keeps playing in these episodes over and over. I'm like, man, they really got their money's worth with this.
Slide dog.
I'm like, you know what's the name of the actress who's Yuka?
Hold on, let me look that up because
what is the name? She's like, I mean, I know, I think she's only done Fies, I think.
Yeah, a lot of the actors from Fies only did Fies.
Yeah,
with some exceptions.
They're actors, obviously.
Leilani Gaja. God damn it, she looks Hawaiian.
What's her name?
Leilani Gaja.
So she's Hawaiian.
She like, her name sounds Hawaiian. She looks Hawaiian.
Well, I mean, Hawaii has been taken over by the Japanese, so
yeah. Let's see. Hey, I called it. She's Japanese, Taiwanese, and Hawaiian, and lending to her legal name. The latter leading to her legal name of Leilani. She previously auditioned for Yui in Ryuki, but I'm guessing that she lost the role to Ayano Sugiyama. But it is kind of funny because one of the other female characters from what's it called, Ryuki, ends up playing Smart Lady. So, funny how things work out.
So yeah, but again, she has done other work and other things, but I'm just like, Leilani, you are just a precious gem in this show. You are just too precious. But yeah, again, you could have said something that, let's leave the Crane Orphanok alone. I was trying to, maybe I went it the wrong way, but no. And again, freaking Kaiza over here is like, oh, we could duel, but if we duel, you're gonna get kicked out of here. You're out of here. I don't want you around here, period. I'm like, I don't think you have the right to do that. Because if you kick him out, Mari and Keitaro are going to be very upset. They don't want to get rid of Takumi, but you do, apparently, a fucking psycho. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Well, like, whatever. Try to explain that to them. Like, wait, where Takumi go? Where's our main character? Oh, I'm the main character now. I'm the smart boy. I'm like, shut up. Shut your freaking mouth. We're gonna have to change
the name of the season to Kamen Rider Kaiza. We're gonna call the season 913, and then Kabuto's childhood friend will be like, "There's 913 seasons of Kamen Rider." Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's 913 seasons of Kamen Rider.
But yeah, so yeah, Takumi is really fighting about this whole thing about Yuka. About precious little Leilani.
Yes.
Taiwanese, Japanese, and what? Hawaiian?
Hawaiian, yeah.
Wow. Geez, she got damn good genes, honestly. Yeah. I would have said pure Japanese, but I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's crazy. It's like, I just looked at her in the eye and I'm like, that girl's Hawaiian.
I'm like, just by looking at her face, you could tell that there's like a little bit of foreign, but I was like, I don't want to say, like, maybe, possibly. I mean, who the heck is pure blood in nowadays? But still, but I'm like,
yeah, you know what's funny is that, like, when I was watching Kamen Rider Saber and they introduce I forgot her name, the female, the sister of the Shindai siblings. Kamen Rider Sabla. Like, the first time I see her, I'm like, she Filipino? And then, like, turns out, yeah, she's half Filipino.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, the actor plays Rintaro, he looks like he could be half Filipino, but he's full Japanese. So I'm like,
dang, it's also like what's his face from Forze, who like a lot of people are like, oh, he's definitely American. He's got some.
He looks half American,
or European. I'm like, yeah, no, and he is. So I'm like, yeah. But anyway, back to the Friends episode.
But yeah, no, it's but yeah, so what ends up happening is that Kiba gets a call from his ex brother-in-law, kind of, sort of, not really. He's back in town to avenge his sister's death.
Also, what is up with these cops that just randomly show up in some episodes? Like they're just there to like exposition dump like what is gonna happen. I'm like, are you guys
Zero made sense because
are you guys even like a thing? Are you like you guys are like, I know people like remember Narutaki from Decade, and they're like, what does anyone remember these? And they just kind of give an expedition dump of like, because apparently, so that kid's back, but he's asking questions. Well, yeah, because he's super connected to one of the victims. And I'm just like, I looked at the photo, I'm like, wait, I know who that is. And it's just like, wait, who is this? And it's like, it's her brother. It's her younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like cue the Jerry Springer music because hello, we're here today. But today's episode is your sister is a whore and she's going around with a bunch of men. And apparently one of these men is a demon that wound up killing her. And today on our stage is
Chi-chan.
Yeah. I was like, wait, Chi-chan? Chi-chan? Really?
Yeah.
I don't have any candy. I don't have any candy for this. I wish I did. I'd be like, and I got the mustache to do it.
I mean, to be fair, her name is Chie.
Chie, but he keeps saying
like the way he says it, maybe it's like an accent thing, but like you don't hear the in the name.
No,
it sounds like he's saying Chi-chan. I'm like,
Chie, but he's like saying it as like sister. It's an endearing, Chan is using for brothers and sisters. So it's like for her, it's like Chie is Chi-chan. So
like how like Takumi would be referred to as Takumi.
If I was able to ghost AX, I would have gone to Tokyo Central, whatever, give me those long sticks and just walk around with this.
Long man.
I would have done it. I would have done it. I might do it. I might do it for PMC. I might do it. Just show up.
You know what you should do? You should you should get the what's it called? One of the goddamn, what's it called? The Splash driver from Build and the crocodile thing. So that you could be like long
Gentoku, Genboy. Someone was telling me that. Like, Steven, you should totally do Gen. And I'm like, I do love Gen. And we did have fun that one episode of like breaking down his outfit.
Yeah, like you could even like get like one of your platonic female friends and the two could wear like matching shirts where you say it's like we went to a hotel room and then the other would say and we talked all night.
Yeah, that's pretty much. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to make some things happen for PMC.
So yeah, it's like Kiba, I love you so much, and Chi-chan's my favorite sister.
And your only sister, I think. Okay. So again, Jerry, where are you? So your sister, left him in a coma, left him there for 2 years, and then cheated on him with various
by a truck driver that also crushed the hand of his roommate.
Mm-hmm. And no joke. I mean, what this whole thing where he pulls out like this little charm bracelet or whatever it is with his initials on, like I think she wanted you to have this. Maybe, but you don't know what the hell this woman did to him. Mm-hmm. Like what audacity she put him through, and you're like, oh, well, you should not, and I'm like, Akiba is just trying to keep it all together. He is just like, I'll I'll think about it. And it's just like, dude, he is trying so hard not to throw that out the window, but also not break down because he's like, I know there's a killer out there, and I'm going to find him, Jerry. I'm going to find that killer, and I'm going to kill him because he killed my sister. And I'm like, well, young man, why would they have killed your sister? Like, was she a good person? Was she like, and apparently we're finding out that his sister was technically not as innocent as she seemed.
She was even less. She turns out she's less innocent than what we knew of her in the first 2 episodes.
I mean, yeah, we were kind of giving her the benefit of that, but I was like, okay, I don't get why.
Yeah, it's like imagine like Kimberly like sending a Dear John letter to Tommy, but it turns out she even before that she also like was in a relationship with Jason, Zach, Richie.
I'm not to go on too much of a tangent today. I actually got into a small little tip with someone about that online.
Really?
And I did. And I'm not going to go into much detail, but I literally said the whole Kim and Tommy thing, no matter what you do, doesn't matter, comics, video games, anything of that sort that try to retcon that, unless it's the actual showrunners, Chaim Saban and all that they want to do something that rewrites that situation. That's what happened. That's what it is. And it's BS. Now, it's a kid's show. I get it. But still, BS, 100%. And no matter what, I'm like, you know what? Kat for the win. I really do. Kat is a lot more beautiful than Kimberly. And again, Kimberly is living a sad, sorry life because even in the Boom comics, God, she is just like a miserable wreck. Just
yeah, like also I like Kat's personality better because like honestly the only Kim moment I really liked was the one where like her uncle passed out in the middle of an air flight, so like she had to go all Sandra Bullock on try to land the plane like the movie Speed.
Yeah. But
it
again, that whole power couple dynamic, that whole like, that's ruined. That's ruined. That's why I'm like, you know what? And like Zio and onward, I mean, season 3 and Zio onward, I can't watch the original MMPR because that's just ruined. Kim was ruined, and that was again, unless those writers want to change it or say something, that's canon. It's canon. Kim is a horrible person.
The Turbo movie.
Yeah. So
she's with Jason.
Yeah, yeah. So her and Chie are not so different. But the thing is that so the kid goes and investigates this, and he's annoying people, which I kind of get. But at the same time, dude, what do you want them to say? They're telling you what they know, and if you don't like what they're saying, well, fuck. But and again, you weren't around. You don't know your sister, what she's been doing. You have this memory of them, which is fine. But again, what was she doing in those 2 years that Kiba was in the coma and all that? And apparently it's not just one guy, it's multiple people, because it's like
also, how do we know that it was within that 2-year period?
Yeah.
What if it happened before that?
Yeah, but again, it's also like I don't know, apparently his anger and whatnot just got to him that he just became an Orphanok?
Oh no, he was a sired. Because there was a flyfish Orphanok which Takumi failed to kill.
Yes.
And even Kaiser was like, bro, if you can't stand the heat, get out of my kitchen.
Yeah.
Mario will never love you.
I missed that part. But he becomes an armadillo.
Orphanok, yes. And he kills one dude at the apartment.
Which, by the way, I don't know if it's me, and again, I've not seen Deno, but I know enough about Deno. This armadillo from the back of his head, is that not Uwataros's head mold?
It looks similar.
It looks like it. This is pre-Deno, so I'm just like, well, they had to pull from somewhere.
So you'd be surprised how much stuff gets retooled for later shows.
Because I watch these episodes again, people, and you're gonna see that the back of the head looks just like Uwataro's. It really does.
Yeah,
It's
like
very,
freaking Kamen
it's
Rider,
very turtly.
like common like freaking Kamen Rider Kikai from Geo, like his armor is literally like the bodysuit, like the body armor of those robots from Kamen Rider Build with a retooled Kaiza helmet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did notice that when I saw those character designs. But yeah, he kills the guy in his apartment. I thought, I was like, wow.
And Keitaro witnesses it too.
Keitaro witnesses this, but apparently, Takami's having a time at the batting cages along with Kiba for some reason, and they get the whole call thing. And of course, the kid calls Kiba, telling him that he killed someone. He doesn't say it, but it's like just by the look of it, they all go to this apartment, and literally, it's a murder scene. It 100% is, but. Then you, for some reason, you go to a school, and I'm like, okay, but how old was Chie? She wasn't that. I mean, I don't think she was in college. I don't think, but you're college kids, older people. It's just like, what? And then like he goes berserk and starts just attacking everyone because he's like,
because he loses control over it.
He can't stand the fact that people talking about his sister, which I'm like. It's her life, dude. What she did is what she did, and you gotta respect it. But yeah, poor Kiba. Poor Kiba here he is torn to sunder. He is torn because he knows who killed Chie. He knows who did it. It's him.
Yeah.
And of course he can't bring himself to tell the brother, but he's like, he's bawling his eyes out. He's like, I did this. I made him into a monster. I blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you did. Yeah. But you know what, Kiba? I give you the benefit of the doubt. I do. I really do. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't think anyone would judge you because look at how you were treated. Look what happened to you. I'm not surprised. I really am not. But of course, it's like, everyone has their precognizant thoughts of who people are, and it's like, I will avenge your sister was a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
But you can't take that. So obviously now, I don't know why this kid is even attacking random college students. I really don't know. He's just gone berserk. He's literally just. But apparently Mari shows up because apparently she's taking classes here. When was that established?
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to be a beautician, Mari.
Yeah, I think she's taking classes on beautician stuff.
I don't know, but
finally, I mean, look, Lu Wan tried to go to college to become a beautician.
Fuck you, Uncle Hank. But yeah,
Buckley really is an angel.
But oh my god, what's crazy though is again that Yuka flashback. I want to live as I'm like. If we were doing shots, I would possibly be already half buzzed by this point. Like, take a shot for every half naked Yuka you see, and I'm like, I think we're already 7 in, dude.
Can't wait for the movie.
I'm not complaining, but I think I'm 7 in already. But it's like, but here's the thing. So talk to me. Finally, that one kid that he confronted dies because he killed him.
Yeah,
and
he dies in his hands. Like
he's got the ash in his hands. He's got the ash in his hands, and he's just like. But he finally and
the dude even bitch slaps Kiba, and he was like, he lost his humanity. He's a full orphanok now. Yeah, he's a full and that's what like allows Takumi to realize it's like I don't have to kill all orphanoks.
I don't have to kill just the ones that are bad, which a majority of them are, for crying out loud.
And that's when we get one of the best speeches from Takumi.
Yeah, leave Yuka alone. Leave her alone. But cue the speech from Takumi. And then finally, he just gets the Fies belt and cue the theme song, because we must play the theme song at this moment. And of course, these two are going at it. Again, it's like a wrestling match. It got thrown out the wall, throw him through the wall.
And then jump out the window. Smash into a car. It's one of those favorite choreographed scenes from the season.
out of nowhere, apparently the fucking the flying fish
the one
shows
that
up.
fired
Yeah.
his brother.
Yeah, it just started attacking and started blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, okay, so you dealt with flying fish, dude. Okay. And I was just like, are we going to try to save the kid? Because typically that's what you would do in a Kamen Rider series, but no. No. Well, obviously, there's no way to save him. He's gone, but
he's
literally doing the fusion saber blast, traps him, and then he just starts just ragging on him and cuts him in half, and it's like just death. And of course Keitaro and Mari are just like, high five,
yes,
we're celebrating death. And it's
Takumi got out of his funk.
Good job, Takumi, you did. I knew you had it in you. Oh wait, that poor kid.
Yeah, meanwhile Kiba just witnesses Fies just like kill.
God, yeah, you just killed your ex's brother who had, it wasn't his fault. It was not his fault, but
to be fair, you did say he lost his humanity. Like you kind of gave him permission. You straight up
your heart.
It's
Kiba,
like
bless.
It's like one of my favorite scenes from Kabuto, where it's like Kabuto is just like standing there, like taking hits from worms. It's like listen, Kagami, I'm literally not gonna lay a finger and I will let these worms kick my ass until you say that I have your permission to fight back. I'm waiting.
But the thing is, it's like, again, he kind of looks at it like he's gonna get Fies for what he did. It was either you were gonna kill him or Fies was gonna do it. There was no saving the kid. I'm sorry, but I'm like, yeah. But still,
no problem killing that one orphan.
Yeah, no problem killing your freaking lover. I'm pretty sure the brother wouldn't have been a problem for you. Especially,
you had no problem killing that one orphanox that busted Kaido's hand.
Yeah. So, again, it's either Fies or you, horse boy.
One of the two. Like it has to be either Sasuke or Naruto. It has to be either Asta or Yuno. It has to be either Bakugo or Deku.
It's gotta be either Ishida or Ichigo. So there you go.
It has to be either Tetsuo or Kaneda.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, it has to be one of the two guys.
I was just like, guys, come on. Although I'm just like, we really had to focus a lot that Takumi doesn't want to hurt Yuka. But you're fine hurting everyone else. Well, they're bad guys, so we can't hurt them. Okay, good for you. Good for you to be on the same page as us, Takumi. Yeah, because again, we were all like, but you just don't hurt Yuka. You can fight everyone else. Just don't hurt.
The next two episodes, Kiba's just obsessing over like who is Fies, who's this jerk that's killing orphans.
Have you not been watching the same show as us, Kiba?
Meanwhile, Yuka and Kaido both know. They both
know who Fies is, and I'm like, it's again communication. No one decides like, hey, so that guy that you've been hanging out with, or that you randomly, you're like, yeah, that's Fies. That's Fies. Like, no one says anything in this show. Like it's a secret amongst themselves. Like, shh, I know you know, but don't tell Kiba because he has to figure it out himself.
It's like Kiba's the last one to find out that Takumi is Fies. Keitaro has to be the last one to know that Osada is Yuka.
Does anyone know that Osada is Yuka? I don't think anyone knows. They just know her as Osada.
Does Kiba even know? I mean,
no. Kiba knows. Remember, Osada was the name that she gave to Keitaro and Takumi.
Yes.
So she does. So Kiba knows. It's just that he hasn't had that whole in case she's in danger or whatever. It's like scream out Yuka, and that's like Keitaro finally
I feel like if he ever does shout Yuka in front of Keitaro will be conveniently passed out to not be able to hear it.
Well, that's what happened in these episodes because again,
it's like if you've ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, freaking Anzu has this whole Lois Lane thing going where like she's dying to figure out who this guy is that saved her in episode 2, and it might be Yugi. It might be Yugi, but I'm not 100% sure if it's Yugi. And then it's like him. And it's like the one time he transforms into Yami Yugi right in front of her, conveniently, she is chloroformed. And yes, there's a character that chloroforms teenage girls. And in the following episode, there's a legit terrorist bombing amusement parks in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. Why do you think that they started on episode 12 or 13 in America? Well, the anime itself, the official.
No. They just straight up changed. They made a new. Anime
that's the thing. Season 0 was that, but then the anime started right as Duel Monsters picked up, and that's like in
Japan they made a new anime for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they were upset because the fans were obsessed with this mysterious card game that was made for literally just 3 episodes of the entire 27 episode run.
I know.
So they made a new anime called Duel Monsters, and that's the anime that was brought to America. But conveniently, they have flashbacks of scenes.
Yeah, they do.
That were reanimated.
Kiba has no idea, and he's still in the dark. But now we have to deal with clowns.
Yes. Yeah, so to go over it really, really fast, Keitaro, being the Yenta that he is, just like Igarashi, let's be honest, Keitaro is a precursor to Kamen Rider Revise. So Keitaro has to like find out who a mysterious mudslinger is, just dirtying the laundry of peace. And there's like a little girl who's like trying to steal money by like making like really bad AI drawings of teenage girls. But she's also being chased by Pineapple the Clown from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'm just kidding. But turns out, yes, the clown is a toadstool orphanoc, which
very similar in look. I'm not going to lie.
Very confusing because ain't that orphanocs can only be animals or plants, but here we have a fungus. What? Can we have a bacteria orphanoc?
Apparently,
can we have an algae?
Yeah, apparently we have okra as orphanoc. Yeah. So I mean, it's fair game. It's pretty much any living plant, life, or animal. But this clown.
That's just it. A toadstool is not a plant.
I know. It's a fungus, but it's still a living.
Can we get algae as a
considered? Well, we will have coral later on.
Coral is an animal.
Still, but people are like, no, that's a plant. No, it's an
coral
animal.
Is definitely an animal, dude. SpongeBob is an animal.
I know, but try to explain that to the average Joe Schmo.
Well, Mr. Joe Schmo, coral is an animal. Fungus is not a plant.
But yeah, this clown. What clowns? Just
So, long story short, the girl wants to get all that money to get a handbag, a Prada bag, just like Meg Griffin when she passed off Stewie as a cocaine baby.
Yeah.
To get a Prada bag because her mom suffered amnesia after inhaling some toxic gas. Gee, I wonder what kind of gas that was. And when it's like maybe a handbag is going to help her remember, which it doesn't. And of course, we have a whole Carlos and Sylvia sequence from Power Rangers in Space where he does everything she wants to do, but it's never enough. It's like, hey, Taro, I want you to go to the moon to get me a rock. You want me to go to the moon to get you a rock? What do I look like? Kamen Rider Force?
Yeah, well, it's this little girl. But then again, I'm like, this is not a new trope that they do. This has been a thing that's been around forever. Like the little bratty girl that commands the superhero to do what she says for some fucking reason. I don't get it.
Yeah. So it's. Yeah. Oh boy, here we go. But yeah, so this little girl. Meanwhile, Kiba wants to know who Fies is, which we all know the answer to that, while Mr. J has to deal with a certain red problem. You all have one life left, dude. You gotta use it. So, but long story short, Fies fights the clown, defeats him, and then he almost immediately has to fight Mr. J. And Mr. J brings up an interesting fight because, like, just to use the Crimson Crash thing, he just deflected like he's the crow fighting, what's his name, Tintin. Victims, aren't we all? Oh yeah, and also there's a scene earlier on where the little girl saves Mr. Chaco when he gets in a sewer grate, kind of like in the Cheetah Girls. Yeah, so it's like, oh, what's this? An orphanoc feeling sympathy for a human? A chink in the armor, do we? But yeah, so like he just deflects the Crimson Crash, which gives Fies just enough air to use his like Buster Knuckle to like take your life. You'll survive. Dead or alive. Just gone. And of course, Mr. Chaco's sad, but he finds a new home with the little girl.
That was the thing that I was like, please give this dog a good home. The dog is the victim here.
Yeah, the dog is a victim. It's like yeah, and of course she and Keitaro like are doing laundry, which conveniently is the thing that helps jog her memory. It's like, can you imagine how much time we could have saved if the girl just brought over like a container of Tide Pods and just let her sniff that stuff
instead of eating it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's a sweet story, but it's kind of weak. I mean, other than the Mr. J thing, I was like, where is the payoff and how do we get to it?
Also, like, I wish we had more background of the whole relationship between the girl and the clown. Like, why is the clown chasing her? Can we add more stakes to it?
What was up with that?
Because if you recall in Bleach, there was like a parakeet where it's like
a cockatiel.
Yeah, a cockatiel. I have a hard time remembering the difference between certain bird species. I know entomology, not so much ornithology, but
I feel like that's kind of the story they were going for. You know, like what if the clown was like using the little girl and blah blah blah. You know,
bait.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, but he was the reason why her mom like got amnesia or whatever. But it's just like, oh yeah, no, if she does these things, I'll give it back. But it's a turn out, no, he was never gonna do that, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it kind of just went into some generic story about like, oh yeah, bad guy.
Yeah, that's just generic creepy dude is just chasing after me on a unicycle.
He's no Pennywise, that's for sure.
Yeah. He looks kind of adorable in his makeup. A little bit, kind of makes me miss that one putty that Pineapple's talking to. It's like, don't worry, we'll get them.
I think, and that's it for these.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. All we have left to deal with is Psycho gets a phone call from Kitakami saying, "Mr. J failed. You're up next."
Yes, but also we forgot. So we didn't mention Kaiza in these episodes because apparently he's on a side mission.
Mm-hmm.
They found a third belt.
Yes.
What is this third belt? What is this third belt? We don't know. Well, we do know, but it's like, yeah, get him off the screen. I don't want to see him. I like let him go do this thing.
Let's bring Kengo back. I like Kengo better than Masato.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And no joke, watching the whole simping of Kaido and Mari, I'm like, man, you are no Kyohei Takeda, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No. God, I miss that man.
Like,
Toko Spirits, Japan World Heroes, get Kyohei Takeda here. You get that man here. I swear to God, you will have people just getting grease and
I
dark
really
humor.
hope a lot of female Kamen Rider fans put on red dresses and blonde wigs and just make a group photo with
I
them.
still can't get over the fact, like I was watching like this YouTube video, like Kamen Rider Grease being a simp for 7 minutes, and just say like just the key of fucking Kyohei talking is like me, yeah. I'm like, oh, I miss that man so much. I really do.
Yeah, I remember one time I was at a screening of The Room, and I was like one of the only 2 guys dressed up as Johnny, and then like a dozen, like straight up a dozen of girls cosplaying as Lisa all want to take photos with me, and I'm like, this is the most number of women all over me that I've ever had in a single moment. Like I've maybe have been with this many women in a week, but not in a minute. Like this is too much for me. Like nosebleed. But yeah, no, it's but yeah, no. If you ever go to a screening of The Room, like you get cookie points for like cosplaying as one of the characters. But yeah, no, like freaking Kohei Takeda, like he is an international treasure, and we need him at Japan World Heroes. Come on, bring him over.
Bring him over. I demand it.
Yeah.
But these episodes, what are the scores?
Oh man. I have to say,
Kaiser can go fuck himself. Legitimately, you can go fuck yourself. You and your sword gun. You can go fuck yourself.
I'd say like 8, 7, 8, 9. 9, 8, because no, it's the other way around. 8, 9. Like episode 18 is 8, episode 19 is 9, because like the main thing is we had the whole thing with Mr. J. Chaco got a new home. That's what matters. And the best part of those 2 episodes, while the main plot was weak, at least we had no Misato to deal with.
Yeah, no, but I will say that, you know, the beginning episodes suffer because of Kaiza. Yeah. They suffer because of that, because like there's no reason for that shit to be going on. So so it kind of gets like 7s across the board, but again, the high points of dealing with Mr. J, dealing with the Clovers and the expansion of the story, dealing like finding out that, you know, even within the Orphanox, there are people that don't want to be bad guys. So can they be legitimately bad guys if they're good ones? The story is, and that's what gets 8s and 9s across the board. But I would say, just to round it out, let's get all of them get 8, because again, that's pretty much for it. I'm like, the whole like that, the communication is killing me here, because I'm like, so much can be done if you just opened your mouth and said what was on your mind, or maybe tell Kiba like who Fize is, or what the hell is going on in Smart Brain or whatever. No, everyone just keeps it to themselves. That's what's killing it.
But you know, episode 17, you know, it's an episode about prejudice. And in the language of prejudice, there are 6 letters arranged in a certain way that have a history of suffering. A pair of G's, an I and an N, and EN and R. So remember, only a ginger can call another ginger ginger.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Yeah.
All right.
Commission.
What
Classic.
do the people have to say?
All right, let's see what you guys have to say about this. Triple XYZ is the only commenter of the night. Everyone else probably at AX.
Yeah, probably at AX.
Hope all of you are being safe out there. I am glad you know why we all hate Misato Kusaka.
I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, because I'm like, he can't be that bad. No, he is.
You are me from when I went to see Shyamalan's The Last Airbender, because I had a feeling it was going to be bad. My friend forced me to watch it in 3D. Like
So did I. I remember.
I was willing to just spend the $9.50 on a regular admission. It's like, no man, we're gonna watch it in 3D and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to watch it in 3D. And my mom was like, I'll comp you for the remainder. I'm like, but I don't want to watch it in 3D. Look, your friend wants to watch it in 3D. You go do that. I'm like, okay, fine. And then we see like the scene in the beginning where like they're like water, earth, fire, air. I'm like, this actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe I was wrong about this movie. And then as soon as Nicola Peltz starts narrating the Star Wars scroll, I'm like, no.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
For a brief moment, you tricked me. You found a chink in my armor and you exploited it.
Yeah. No, I know. I remember that as well. I remember like, I'm not excited for this, but let's give it a shot, just like with any film.
You got excited for a half moment in that opening sequence, and then immediately it's like, okay, happy September 13th.
We're still a couple months away from that, but now I dread the day.
Yeah, get your tomatoes ready. Mari, beware. There are worse things out there than Nakaido. Something dangerous. Something human.
Yeah, other than Keitaro, I think you're fine.
No, Keitaro is probably the most docile thing about it. It's like
he too is precious. He is precious.
Yeah. Alone now, I want to see Misato in a fat suit. I can imagine him in a fat suit, like.
Do the Japanese do that?
Do they? I wonder.
Dude, I have never seen.
Go
ahead.
You know what's weird is that in the movie House of Gucci, what's it called? Jared Leto wore a fat suit, and I'm thinking to myself, this dude would look like a dead ringer for Oswald Cobblepot, which is totally insane considering he already played a different Batman villain.
Not Colin Farrell. Are we fighting of saying who would be the better Penguin right now?
I mean, no one beats Danny DeVito. Let's keep it
not. No, absolutely.
Now, Danny DeVito's a national treasure when it comes to playing Oswald.
He gave Colin Farrell his blessings. I don't think he would ever give Jared Leto anything.
No, but imagine how insane someone would be like if they actually watched House of Gucci and thought, you know what? I'm going to give Jared Leto a second chance. I'm going to make him a different Batman villain.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I don't ever believe I've ever seen a live action show where they put a Japanese person in a fat suit. I've never seen that.
Heck, never. Like even Michael Scott wore a fat suit in an
Americans, yeah, but apparently the fat suit is becoming very controversial,
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen Asian cultures do it. No, never.
Yeah. Okay, you can never have too much Purell. It's a cautionary tale you should never forget.
Yeah,
God damn it!
Yeah, but come on.
God damn it! Freaking YOLO. It's like, man, freaking. What's his name? Adam. What's his face? From Maroon 5.
Yeah. I know.
You never have too much Purell. It's a cautionary tale. Don't you ever forget. Freaking Kusaka and his Purell. Like, God bless.
Fuck him. Fuck him and his hand sanitizer tool.
Yeah, Mr. J literally lost the plot. He had the plot, and the plot went missing.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
the
belt was right there. The belt was right there.
Yeah, like you just left, I forgot belt. It's gone. They left. Keitaro got the belt and they ran. So fuck you.
It's like he got the belt uncontested, which is saying something because in the other instance, like he retrieved the belt, he got it from Kaido. But one, Kaido could still turn into an Orphanoch, and he was severely injured, which is why he didn't. But also, freaking wait, actually, does Keitaro know that Kaido's an Orphanoch?
Does he know?
Does he know? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, we need to make a list of who knows what. Okay, so Yuka and Kaido know that Takumi is Fies. Takumi knows that Yuka is an Orphanoch, but he does not know that Kiba or Kaido are Orphanochs. Mari doesn't know who anyone is.
Doesn't Takumi know that Kaido's an Orphanoch? Doesn't he? Because again, he saw him turn into.
Oh yeah.
He saw him turn in. Yeah, he saw him transform, and also that he got the belt.
Or does he stay as an Orphanoch when they first meet him? And he's like he killed that one dude who tried to kill him, and he's just dancing around in his Orphanoch form.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah,
we'll have to rewatch.
Look, man. All I know is that I can't wait for Keitaro and Kaido to have an episode together.
Yeah.
Okay. And nobody knows that. No
one knows that Mari wants to be a hairdresser except for Takumi.
And nobody knows that Misato is an asshole except for Takumi.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's pretty much updates the entire list right there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And that's it for the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay safe, stay hydrated, and update your emergency kits. And also, if you enjoy watching us, be sure to comment, like, subscribe to us, and share, and ding the bell icons to all of our videos, because it helps us out with the algorithms, and you stay in the know about all of our latest content. Also, so our schedule. So we're back to our regularly scheduled program. Monday, we are doing the first episode of Ultraman Arc because it just premiered this weekend.
Ooh.
Kamen Rider Gotchard on Wednesday, Bakuga Sentai Bumudra on Thursday, and we will be continuing Kamen Rider Fies on Sundays. All of that at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, and be sure to check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do various movie reviews. And on Tuesday, we will be doing the classic film Pump Up the Volume. I know we've been teasing it all week, but now we're actually going to discuss this movie on our sister channel. So if you haven't watched it yet, definitely check it out so you can join us on the conversation in our live chat. Also check out our personal content right here.
I have just been posting random stuff. I will be posting a few cosplay ideas and also just designs that I've been working on. So, but thank you for everyone for their nice comments and everything. I really appreciate it.
Nice. And of course, you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will both be at Power Morphicon at the Pasadena Convention Center August 23rd to the 25th. And also stick around to Morphicon social medias, because I know, based on past patterns, we are going to get more guest announcements tomorrow. So let's hope we get.
It is just getting ridiculous at this point.
It's our biggest Morphicon ever, and I'm like, okay, like at this point, either tell me Jason Smith is gonna be there, or don't say anything at all. Because at this point, Jason Smith is like the only Jungle Fury actor that's missing. Hold on, is Chuck Dolan gonna be there? Because like, if he hasn't been announced yet, he better be announced there too, because he does the voice of Daishi. Yeah. So with that said, guys, we got some new comments real quick. You're welcome. Haha, noise.
I don't know who that is.
X-Men EXE. Yeah. Okay. So with that in mind, stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, hug your loved ones, and make sure that you get plenty of water, because It is thirsty.
Christ almighty, it's been
we're just past the apex, so hopefully things will ever so mildly cool down. And by mildly cool down, I mean going from 33 degrees Celsius to 31 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I just wish it was 20 degrees year round. That would be lovely. 20 degrees, maybe 15 on a good day, but just make it 20 year round. That's what I want.
Yeah, definitely.
In any case, I hope you guys have a good end of your weekend and a good start to the rest of your next week. Goodbye. Peace and love.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next week.